You are now tuned into Mixstation Radio Live. The views and opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mixstation Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mixstation Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Is it too soon to play that bell?
What up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rum TV Episode 50. It's your girl Cortez and your boy
Chris.
Hey, we back like we never left. Gang. What's up, everybody? It's Friday, Episode 50. How you feel, Chris? How was your week?
Hold on. Hey, yo. That was good.
I know. It was a success. But we are ending at 8, so I just want to let you know that.
Look.
And you know we got to have our meeting. So it's Mando. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wilbur. What's up, everybody? How was y'all week? What's up,
It was
Chris?
pretty good.
We got Mr. Wilbur in the building. Jeremiah, Imani, Dad.
We got Dad here. Yo, that's funny.
All right. We're going to dive right into it, or you need a moment?
No. We good.
You good? Okay. I don't know. Did you get the post that I sent you?
I did.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Well, let's introduce the subject, the topic. So,
Go on ahead.
Today's episode is gonna be about the history of entrepreneurship, for everybody, not just Black history. Even though we are celebrating Black History Month, shout out to the Black entrepreneurs that laid the groundwork for us to be entrepreneurs, for us to be successful, for us to have the mindset to own our own businesses, to be our own boss. I know that is a luxury within itself, but it takes a ton of discipline and understanding. I think that is like one of the most important things, especially to me, about being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, is to have a discipline. Like, you are your own boss. You double the work to make sure that you're doing everything that you could be doing to do a great job at what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, it's all on you. You know, even when you hire somebody or delegate a task, or you partnering with somebody, they might share the responsibility of getting work done. But if it don't get done, it's on you to make sure your business is thriving and flourishing and continuing to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like the most important thing when it comes to being an entrepreneur. What would you say?
I agree with you. So we titled the show 50 and Famous. We have a list of inventors all the way back to what? Give me a date that's on there.
Look, 1791.
1791.
One further back than that.
And who was that? And what did they invent?
That would have been Benjamin Banneker.
Mm-hmm.
And this invention, he had many inventions, but this invention in particular was the almanac.
What was it?
The almanac.
Okay.
That is the first one I see on here. These dates don't pass that one.
Okay. What else do you see on there?
I'm going to just start reading them off.
Okay.
So you got Granville T. Woods. He invented the auto cutoff switch. George Cook invented the auto fishing device. Frederick M. Jones, the air conditioning unit. How many people use an air conditioning unit still today?
Yep.
William H. Richardson invented the baby buggy.
Baby buggy.
We got a biscuit cutter by Alexander Ashbourne. A blood plasma bag, Charles Drew. A chamber commode, Thomas Elkins. Clothes dryer, George T. Sampson. We still use that.
The doorknob, Osborne Dorsey, 1878.
Look, door stop, Osborne Dorsey. Same year.
Whoa.
A egg beater, Willie Johnson, 1884. The elevator, Alexander Miles. A fire escape ladder, Joseph W. Winters. So all of these people that we're listing, and we're going to list some more, are entrepreneurs in their own right. They invented something that we use today that, I mean, is monumental in our everyday lives. And I mean, can you imagine what we would do if you had a building and you had somebody in a wheelchair? Because, I mean, think about the people who invented a wheelchair. Like, your life is not over. You're not bedridden just because you can't walk anymore. Like, so, it's just crazy to think about, like, everything we use today. This microphone that we're talking into, the people who invented the internet. Who was that? Bill Gates? Who invented the internet? Let's. No. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm so sorry. Who invented the internet? Let's look it up. Military? The military invented the internet? No, I don't believe that. Who gets the credit for it? Look, Dad says 1916 the military invented the internet. Oh, 1968. We're gonna fact check them.
We got the internet right here.
Who
we got the
internet?
internet.
Oh yeah.
That's what you gonna do.
Dad knows. I'm a fact checker.
You fact checker.
Oh gosh.
You fact checking your father.
And you can give me a round of applause
I'm
for
gonna
it too.
give you a round of applause when you get it.
You can't give him one without giving Dad one. Come on, Dad.
I gave you that.
Can we get a round of applause? Chris's dad is here.
I'm gonna do it again.
So
Oh, and
Who
also,
truly invented
excuse
the
me, I didn't want to
internet?
cut you
Go
off.
ahead.
I'm sorry. You guys know that this is the 50th episode. I can't stop saying it because I'm really excited. Like, you've been really consistent. And Chris, I'm so proud of you, you know? And I thank you. Nah, for real.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Wilbur,
too.
can we get that bell again?
Oh my gosh.
Woo! Imani, can you please pass us that bag behind you?
Oh my gosh.
Thank you
We
so
doing
much.
this again.
Yes.
Here we go.
Thank you, Chris, for being no, you good. A young entrepreneur in Baltimore. How do you feel? Any advice you want to give to anyone else that's an aspiring entrepreneur?
Definitely. Before I open this gift, I want to tell anybody who is an entrepreneur anywhere, not just Baltimore, that you can do anything that you put your mind to. I never fathomed having my own podcast, my own talk show. Never fathomed it. To be honest with you guys, I actually wanted to be a sports analyst. My dad could tell you, everybody in my family would love to see me on TV talking sports. I love sports. I love every sport. It doesn't matter which one. And I have a lot of background knowledge in all sports. So to be able to be up here and to talk about Baltimore, y'all know how much I love Baltimore. I'm even representing Baltimore in my hat today.
Okay,
But,
with the Baltimore hat.
No, it's really been like a dream come true. It's really been a blessing to me that I've never even seen coming. Like when Cortez asked me to come up here and do the show with her, it was like I had so many doubts, right?
Oh my
And
gosh, yes.
I was.
Do we have enough time?
I'm not shy, right? But I was kind of shy. Like I didn't know what we was gonna talk about. I didn't know how involved I was gonna be, and now I get to create the topics. Like I'm like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I do so much more than what I thought it was. I was just like, yeah, you're just gonna be like a little co-host or whatever. It was like, and like so now to be here and to be in this position, it has truly been like transcendent in my life. So. Shout out to Cortez for choosing me.
Chris,
Thank you
man,
so
get
much.
Out of here. Shout out to Mix Station Radio.
Shout out to Mix Station Radio.
Yes, Mix Station, baby. You gonna put that
And so
yes,
for
sir.
anybody who is an entrepreneur, like I said, you can do anything you put your mind to. The sky's the limit. The only thing stopping you from doing what you want to do is you.
Is you.
I really mean that. I was just telling Jeremiah before the show, like, when you put the work in, you don't have to brag about it because it's going to show. People know, everybody knows how much work you put into your craft because you can see it. You know, we got the Super Bowl coming up this weekend, and you're going to see who's the greatest players. And I was listening to Sorry, another sports podcast earlier today, and Calais Campbell was on there, and he was saying that, you know, you can have all the talent in the world, but the person who works the hardest is the person who will always win.
For sure.
Because what's the saying, Quincy? Do you remember?
You want to tell us?
Hard work beats talent when talent isn't working hard. That's the saying.
Say it again.
Hard work beats talent when talent is not working hard. So when he said that, it was like, wow. Like, I just think about when I was growing up playing football, my dad used to tell me every offseason, you win the championship in the offseason, you got to get to work. You got to do your sit-ups. You got to do your push-ups. You win it in the offseason before you ever step on the field and play a game. When you working out, Dad can tell you, he right here. He used to tell me, like, yo, you got to do sit-ups. If you go across the middle, try to catch that ball, they going to hit you, and it's going to hurt. So if your core not strong, you're going to drop that ball. You can't go across that middle thinking you about to catch that ball and your core not strong. And so we get to doing the sit-ups. Then we doing push-ups. Then we running. And we work like, it was crazy. But I had to thank him because all that hard work, it paid off. When I went across the middle, I was not scared of nobody hitting me. I wish they would come over there and try to hit me. But I'm gonna let this moment die, and I'm going to open this gift. Let's see what she
Yeah, open it. We've been waiting. Thank you, Imani, for all your help with tonight. I really appreciate you, girl.
Oh, look at this.
I got you.
We got an O's snapback.
I'm slick.
So,
because of what I asked you earlier.
so look, right? So do I gotta take this one off?
No, you don't have to. Well, you can, but
wow, we're gonna adjust it a little bit. Listen, when did you have time to do this? Like, when are you supposed to be at work today?
Agent Chinese secret.
Thank you. Thank
welcome.
you so much.
You're welcome.
I was about to get an O's hat coincidentally today, right?
Oh, God.
But I'm
was
so
you really?
glad I'm dead serious.
You lying.
But
wow.
I don't know why. God told me, you know, you don't need
wow.
it. And I was looking at it and I'm like, it's only one left. I don't got one. I be telling myself like, yo, my aunt was just telling me like, you know, stop clinging so hard to your money. Like, enjoy your life. You only get one. Like, so I was just thinking to myself,
enjoy
like,
the fruits of your labor.
Just go ahead, buy the hat, because you're going to come back in here and it's not going to be here. And lo and behold, my best friend got me an O's hat. So
they was all over the wall when I went in, so you good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. For those of you that are just logging in, this is episode 50 and famous, guys. We just wanted to thank Chris so much for all he do for Rum TV. So we couldn't let this episode go by without doing that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. Mr. Wilbur, thank you so much. You know, Mr. Marcus, really appreciate you guys, you know.
We appreciate you too, love. Thank you so much,
Chris. Kind of feel like a birthday. Like,
really?
Yeah, you just get excited.
For real?
Mm-hmm. I
okay,
already,
good.
you
Mission
know,
accomplished.
I'm not even gonna lie to
When
you.
you first came, you didn't want to come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
That's right. That's right.
You was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah,
I ain't making a Facebook.
Go ahead.
You know, you get on over
That's
there
all.
because you was sitting on the end. You was sitting on the end. The rest of them was sitting there.
All right. Y'all laid on thick now.
I'm just saying.
So that is true. That is true.
Very true.
And
Like, I
let
don't
me.
like nothing to say.
You finished? I'm gonna talk.
Go ahead.
So honestly, they're not wrong in saying that. And like I said, it wasn't me being shy, because he's already know I'm not shy. It was more of, I really did not know everything that it was going to entail. I was kind of nervous about like getting started, and I'm not somebody that's going to quit something in the middle of it. So it was like, I had to kind of psych myself into it, like, okay, no matter what goes on or where it goes, like, I'm not going to quit. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where the hesitation really started. And I kept trying to find a good excuse, a good enough excuse to say, okay, I'm not going to do it. But I'm glad I did. I've loved every moment of everything that we've done, from all of our meetings to coming on the show and having our topics to even the episodes that we have our disagreements. And
Oh my God. It was just that one. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, and you know, Mr. Wilbur was just talking about that before you came down.
Was
here.
he really?
Yeah, he was saying that.
Wow, what'd he say?
Well, pretty much that we just had so many people jump on that episode, and they was like, "Yo, why is they going at each other? Like, what is going on this show? Why do people love drama
They really
They didn't
so
even know
much?"
Y'all. They was like calling me like, are they really fighting? Are
That's
they really
funny.
going? And I'll be like, no, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
that show, y'all was like,
We was all right.
but that show blew up.
That's crazy.
We wasn't quite all right yet. But,
what, the next show?
but we
Are you saying the next show?
we ended up getting there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? We was all right because we didn't kill each other.
I tell you what, because you know I'm a very passionate person, especially when it's something I have strong feelings about, something I believe in, and Cortez definitely is too. So we have so many things in common that when it comes to the few things that we don't have in common, it's like
it's weird.
Oh, like it's
it
like
is
okay,
so weird. Like,
and I know, you know, my attempt. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I gotta work on it, and sometimes I can be so opinionated and just thinking that, you know, why don't you understand what I'm saying? You know, I get to start to thinking like, I know I'm right. Now I got to show you I'm right, right? And that's probably not the right way to be.
probably.
But that's how I am. So as I work on that, you know, that's what y'all saw that day. And
We gonna pray for
I'm going to just say this. You know, I still feel like I'm right about it.
Everybody needs prayer, man. Pray for me too.
I still feel like I'm right about it.
Look,
And
I feel like when the opportunity prevails itself, then you go ahead. But you shouldn't have to feel like right off the jump, you got to prove yourself for any reason, for anything. You know what I'm saying? So you can pipe down Piper, chin up Buttercup.
all I'm going
You
to
be
say
alright.
is she had no substantial evidence to prove her point, and I had a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
not that day.
Really? Okay, cool. All right. Look.
And for, you know, the people who don't know her as well as I know her, I could tell you she's a different person off of this show. Not
Look.
completely, but when it comes
You know,
to
we got enough time.
defending,
Go ahead. Go into detail. Because they don't know what we're talking about. So you go ahead.
So
What was it?
For everybody that does not remember that episode, we were talking
They don't
about,
remember.
you know, the Black Lives Matter and the appropriate way to respond to a police officer, you know, not necessarily being disrespectful. What was it like? We had a conversation about what's the right way to respond, you know.
Yeah, when like they pull you over, someday they question
But
you.
like you didn't do anything wrong. You get what I'm saying? And
but that's not always the case, is what I'm saying.
right. It's not. But
Exactly. See.
but what I will say
But
is,
it was for the people who didn't know.
when there are instances where they do that, you know, it is appropriate for you to not necessarily react harshly, but you're gonna feel some type of way about being targeted by a police officer when you didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you minding your own business and they just, you know, pull you over, and they want to search your car, and they want, you know what I'm saying, that stuff is not right. And if you a turn of a cheek person, if you will stay calm and let's just let them do what they doing because I ain't do nothing wrong and I know I ain't do nothing wrong, it's like you are just allowing somebody to abuse your rights. And to me, since it's Black History Month, if Rosa Parks ain't keep her seat on that bus,
Don't even go there. Listen,
can somebody attest to that?
I'm not
if
saying
Rosa
that.
Parks ain't fight for that seat on the bus, we still be sitting at the back of the bus.
Back of the bus.
Okay, I sit at the front of the bus sometimes. I sit at the front of the classroom sometimes.
What classroom?
When I was in school, I sat up front.
All right, listen. I just feel like, okay, when you was in elementary school, middle school, high school, wasn't not people picking on you? You did not just go through school with flying colors, crisp, popular, all that.
In elementary school?
Yes. All years of school. Okay, whether it was a particular time or not, I just feel like we go through life, we learning different things, okay? No, you wouldn't allow somebody just to slap you around, but if you did decide to go the route that person is going, both of y'all getting suspended,
Cortez
right?
used to pick on me in middle school.
Oh my gosh, yo, like
I can see that. I can see that.
No, you cannot.
Yes, I can.
You cannot.
Yes, I can.
She has grown so much, y'all.
I can. She was picking on everybody.
She
That
is
didn't
funny.
hit the one on her
Do
side.
you hear
They
this?
one on her side.
I
I'm
feel
pick on
so
it. I'm gonna pick on
attacked.
it.
She was so mean.
I was not, y'all. I was not.
I know people who can come
I'm
on.
not,
on
you know
and-
what? Now
I
I feel
know
like
her
I'm doing
daddy.
you. I'm trying
I
to
know her
defend myself,
daddy,
and I don't
so
have
I know
to.
if
So-
I know her daddy because he picked on me. She probably did the same thing.
See,
it's Chris' word against mine.
It's a family of bullies.
Look, my dad not here to defend himself, so you can't even speak on
I
that.
can talk about him. He's
Mic.
gonna have to be a fan. I talk about the whole family. They're all of them.
Look, well, I'm here on Rum TV speaking about facts, okay? So I can't speak for nothing else. Listen, I just feel like it's a certain way you go about doing things. And if you stoop to someone's level, then it's hard to determine who's the fool. That's all I'm saying.
But it's
and
not
then, because you
to
had your
someone's
turn.
level. Oh, my bad. You're right.
Yeah, and it was hard for me to let you go. So I feel like...
Pineapples.
Shut up. Get out. I feel like, you know, a police officer holds... I feel like he or she, you have to hold them to a certain standard, you know, like, and they should do the same. They should do the same for citizens, you know what I'm saying? But if you all being loud and rowdy, when we had Officer D, he don't like that stuff. And he's a good cop. But he not going to go and like, what?
But you don't know that you're dealing with a good cop.
Right. He'll get treated the same.
Because what did he say in the beginning of the show?
What did he say?
The police officers, you know, they wear the same uniform. It doesn't matter what district they're in or what jurisdiction they're in.
Okay.
So that image is for all of them. And if you have a bad cop, you know, step out of line and show their true colors, like what you've been saying on social media. I mean, let's talk about this. How many times have we seen people get brutalized by police officers and they on camera now doing it? I mean,
not a secret anymore.
It's not a secret, and you still have issues with them being tried in court and with them being arrested and being punished. Yeah, sometimes it's not even making it to court. I'm gonna give you an example. I hate to bring up sports again, but I gotta bring this up.
Bring
okay?
up the sports.
Listen. This was crazy. Like 3 or 4 days ago. It was widely reported that Deshaun Watson, he's the quarterback for the Houston Texans right now.
Right.
He requested a trade from the Houston Texans. Now, prior to this happening, the owner of the Houston Texans, Bob McNair, has made several outrageous comments about, you know, players need to play and they need to do it as they're told. Basically saying that, you know, we're still in kind of like that slave mentality. Exactly, right? When they, you know, have conversations with him in their interviews, they call him the player, like he doesn't have a name.
Right.
It's like you continue to demoralize and to disrespect him. And my question is, what are you really trying to portray here? Because if we were talking about any other player, you know, this player, number one, he has a name. Especially if you the organization talk about somebody that you are employing to be the star of your team. He's the best player on the team, hands down. So for him to request a trade, he just got a 5-year deal. For him to request a trade, it's probably one of the most monumental topics in sports right now because he's an African American male. He's got all the leverage. He has a no trade clause in his contract. So the only way he gets moved is if he agrees to move.
Wow.
So they can't just trade him wherever they want and get whatever they want. Like, he has just as much power to say if he's leaving or going as they do. It's one of the strongest things that's ever happened in sports outside of, you know, the things that you see happen in the NBA where you guys got guys like LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and KD they make their moves. And it's like the NBA is already, it's like a 70 or 80% predominantly African American league. But the NFL is the same way. But you don't see the players moving the same way that the basketball players are moving until now. So it was like crazy to see him stand up and do that, because now you're seeing the same things you see in the NBA happen in the NFL, and it's going to continue to happen.
It is.
You only need one person. I was just talking to my homegirl at work about something like this. Like, when you see a black person, and it don't necessarily have to be a black person, but when you see a person stand up to somebody, you might give somebody else the confidence to stand up with you, to fight with you, to stand behind you, to support you. All you got to do is lead by example, because now they have to respect you, or what's going to happen is somebody else is going to stand up, and somebody else is going to stand up, and before you know it, again, I'll say it's a predominantly African American league. you got more players that are standing up, and if you don't give them what they want, you're not gonna have no league.
No league at all.
Which means you're not gonna have no money
coming in.
Like, think about how powerful that is. So for me, when I say I have to react to a police officer, that's what I mean. You got to stand up and not be one of the people who are afraid or who are going to turn the other cheek and say, okay, you know what? You pulling me over. I ain't do nothing. I'm going to just let you search my car. Or I'm going to just let you, get over on me. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words because it's just like I'm thinking of so many things right now from the day that we had that disagreement. And it's like, these are all the things that I wanted you to understand.
But you said that you like to prove people what?
Prove people wrong.
Okay,
We'll
so let them search your car,
We're
then if you don't
praying
have nothing in your car.
No, if they are lawfully searching my car, if you got a warrant, you got a
Okay,
reason
so-
to search my car, then I'll let you search my car. But
Okay.
if it's unlawful, no, I'm not gonna let you.
And what
search
about
my
the
car.
riots?
I don't have anything to prove.
You for the
as far-
riots. You
as
for the
far as I'm
riots, but you're not
concerned,
going out
As
there,
far,
though.
as far as
Okay.
I'm concerned, so this is what I mean when I say I'm for the riots.
Mm-hmm.
If you are rioting because you want change,
Mm-hmm.
then yes, I agree that you should go out there and do that. I'm not saying to go be ignorant and just go blow up somebody's store, go rob some, go break the glass and go steal stuff. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing is partially wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason you're doing it is to stimulate change. And I'm for stimulating that change. I'm for standing up and causing more people to stand up with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. So no, I have not been moved to start a riot or to break the glass and
Not
go.
started, but you support it. So why don't you go out there with them?
Well, ain't nobody starting a riot. in
Not
my
right
neighborhood,
now.
but- yeah,
But when they did, you still felt the same way you did today.
yeah, but how far was the riots, Cortez? All the way in D.C.?
No, there was some riots here. Remember?
The one in Baltimore, yeah, that wasn't no riot. They had
That
they
was
had
not a
march.
riot.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
we
not a
we
riot.
had some real riots on
but
Monument
that wasn't.
and
That wasn't.
and Patterson Park. They robbed the Shoe City, the downtown locker room.
They went ham.
The
They
Foot
was
Locker.
just- but they
They-
hit places where as though they knew, like the Shoe City got hit in my neighborhood in Bel Air, Everson.
Really?
And yeah, it did.
During
I
that
remember
time.
that. And
Yeah,
and
they were
like
just
the thing
hitting
about it is, don't get me wrong.
But they ain't
For
touched
people
John
who
Hopkins,
don't know,
though.
the owner of Shoe City is
That's where you need to touch.
is a Caucasian male, but the difference here is his brand and his business promotes something that African American people love. And if I'm not mistaken, I've met him personally, so I can say this. He's not one of them Uncle Toms. Like, he actually supports black people.
Really?
Yes, he
How you know?
I've met him personally.
And what he
I've
say?
had conversations with him. I'm not going to discuss that. Skip Jack.
Oh, skip Jack.
But that's not a place that I would say, yeah, you should go hit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking personally from the time that I was employed with Shoe City. That's not somewhere I would go hit.
Okay.
But at the same time, for your Tommy Hilfiger stores, even your Gucci stores, like people love Gucci. Gucci don't like black people wearing that stuff. Part of the reason why it's so expensive is because they don't want you to be able to afford it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not just them that
But
feel that way.
just to reiterate all the points I had from that day, that's why I felt so passionate about this, because for the people who really understand the social injustice and the systematic racism that we experience, those are some of the acts that you see every day, and you take a blind eye to it. Cortez, how long has it been since I had Chick-fil-A? And no, I didn't eat it today. So think about that.
You didn't.
How much
You
do I
didn't.
love or used to love Chick-fil-A? And I told you, I refuse to eat it now. Like, I have not eaten it since at least October last year.
Why? Care to share why?
So my mom actually showed me several different posts of them right after. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't October last year. It was June. It was when the George Floyd incident happened.
Okay.
She showed me a post where they had their entire staff in different cities, where Police Lives Matter shirts. So it's like a slap in the face to all of the protests and the message that we are sending. It's like, now your message is we support the police.
Well, let me take that a little step further. In the Christian world, we are totally divided right now. It's probably been the worst I've ever seen it in my whole entire life. With the Trumpism, with all of like Chick-fil-A and all that, because you're now saying there's a difference. It's a difference on our lives, and different with the white churches, and the black churches. When technically we're supposed to be believing the same thing, but we don't. It's the most segregated time in America. Is during that time, and so when you look at Chick-fil-A, he is supposed to be a saved man, a believer.
Okay.
So that's why he closes on Sundays.
Right, and that's one of the only things I can say that's great about Chick-fil-A. But
the other stuff, he might believe like, hey, this is what I believe on the side. But how will we ever know? But then that one little part right there with the back, police lives matter. No, you shouldn't. No. What about our lives?
I was just gonna say,
and you got black employees.
Thing you could have did was to
stay
stay out of that.
Yeah, stay out of it. Just don't say nothing. But yet you're telling us, our lives don't matter.
You know what? No, honestly, to be honest with you, that's actually just as bad to me, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Somebody, if you see something wrong and you don't say anything, you're just as guilty, just as bad as the person who's doing something wrong. And that's just to me. And I'm gonna tell you. I was just gonna say, when you see, like we talking about right now, something that goes viral on camera, and you say, "All right, I saw that," but you don't do anything about it. You don't step in and help out because you know that that's wrong. You just as bad as the person that's doing it. That is what is the systematic racism and the social injustices that we face right now. That's exactly what that is. It's like you just stand by and, I saw it. Here you go,
bringing in callers again.
That's my job.
Well, I guess you can continue until they're ready, but no, I agree. It's really sad. I'm sorry, we got Queen on here.
Hey, Queen. Queen, I want to say congratulations to you. Thank you so much for your love and support. We absolutely appreciate you.
And also Chosen One Wayne for winning the contest.
Yes. Is he on?
He was.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hello. Thank you for calling the Rum TV. You on air with Cortese and Chris. What's on your mind?
Good evening, Cortese and Chris. How are you?
Good evening,
How are you?
dear. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you for asking. I'm just calling to say congratulations on your 50th episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Very welcome.
How are you? Did you want to chime in on the topic?
No, not tonight. I just wanted to call and congratulate you guys and let you know I'm watching. I'll continue watching until the 100th episode.
Oh my gosh, right around the corner.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
we'll
much.
Talk about that later. I know. I'm just kidding.
There you go again.
Thank you so much for being our number one fan. We appreciate you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome until the day I die.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks for calling, darling.
Yeah, I have a hard time, with thinking that it's okay, to not say anything or to stay neutral, because I feel like that's your job as a citizen or as a innocent bystander, is to step in. And that should be your duty. That should be your expectation. If somebody was kidnapping a child and you witnessed it, would the world not go into a large uproar if you did nothing to save that child or to intervene to help that child? Even though you're risking your life, it's a child, an innocent child that, cannot defend itself or is not strong enough, not fast enough, not smart enough, not equipped enough to escape. We would want somebody to step in. You would want somebody to step in and help, save the child. So why are we not saving people who are innocently being disrespected and being brutalized by police or being mistreated by anybody. I feel like you just as bad. So no, they could not do something, and they chose sides. So that's the side they chose, and this is the side I choose. I don't eat Chick-fil-A anymore.
I agree with you. I'm glad you don't eat Chick-fil-A anymore. I haven't eaten it either, so that's good.
Now I know. Now I gotta make a decision.
So whoa.
Lord.
So are you gonna continue, or this is it?
Look.
I think this is it for me.
Our police officer made a really good point, and he said to stop following everything you see on social media.
Officer D?
Officer D, yes.
Take your own.
Take your own. So I would tell you, do your own research, but I'm going to just say, I know Chick-fil-A employees that have also second, yep, what I was told, what I saw. So you do it.
Would they win during that time?
Yeah, that's what made it so significant. It was like right after it happened. It was maybe a couple days after it happened.
Wow.
And they're talking about defunding the police, and they had shirts made, and they had all their employees wear it. Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
bad move. That's a bad PR.
For the timing, right?
Yeah, the timing of it. I could see you did it way a long time ago. You know.
And everybody had their point of view about it. You know what I'm saying? I had mine, and my point was, if Black Lives Matter, then Black Lives Matter. That doesn't mean that all lives don't matter. Don't mean that police lives don't matter. Right. We're not out here killing police officers
And getting away with it.
But again, that's my point of view. That's my perspective. I refuse to support somebody who could care less if me or people that look like me die.
That's it. Bottom line.
So.
Right. Then we have Queen who said, that makes me mad. That's like the people that film incidents and not step in. I know it's a lot of that going on too. For sure.
He filmed it, but he was a part of it too.
Yeah.
And
I wonder why they do that. I wonder why they film it and not do anything. Like, as if that video was going to do more.
Well, you know what? Now, let me say this. Now, if you were too afraid to step in, because there's people like that, and I'm not going to speak on that part, but if you filmed it and you used that film to then help, that is something. So I don't want to completely disregard the person who's afraid to actually physically step in, but is willing to film it and then use that as evidence to get the person who is the aggressor. But I mean, look, everybody's not brave enough, is not confident enough, is not strong enough to step in and to save somebody else. It takes a lot of courage to do that. But at the same time, for the individuals who are, we commend you. I mean, that's why we have the military. That's why we have police officers in the first place, because their job is to step in. They have nothing to do with 99% of every call they go to. They have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on, but they step in and they are saving people, and that's your job. So, for you to be the arbitrator in a situation, it's crazy to me. It's who do we call for you? You got to rely on another police officer to step in. So,
I know. It's such a shame, and there's so much that go into that. But let's pray for him. You want to pray for him?
Yeah, we're going to pray for all the police officers in the world.
Wait, just the police officers? Wait a minute. What about the people?
we
don't want this stuff to happen.
We're going to pray for all the people, too.
All right,
Not
guys.
just the black people, all the people.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up episode 50 and Famous. Yes, I did. Thank you to
so
everybody
much.
who tuned in. Forgive us for starting so late, but it's okay. We here. We did our thing, and now we out. So it's your girl, Cortese, and your boy,
Chris.
Peace.